In this short video, I'm going to show you my secret on how I recently increased all my opt-in conversions rate significantly on my website or websites. For most of my digital products and or softwares that I either give out for free or sell, I usually have my website visitors fill out a form first so that they can subscribe to my lists before I send them to the download or sales page. This way, I have a chance to send them automated pre-made follow-up emails. So what is a conversion, especially if you don't understand it? Well, when someone sees a web form or email form on any one of my websites and enters their name and email, that's called a conversion. That's a web form conversion. Now let's take a look at my first web form conversion here. As you can see, displays here simply mean the number of times visitors have seen my web form or email form. And submissions here simply mean the number of emails that have been submitted. For this web or email form, I have over 16,000 displays and over 7,000 submissions. That gives me a conversion rate of 47.1%. And this right here, the conversion rate means, in this case, 47 out of 100 people who visit my website will end up giving me their name and email addresses. Now let's go on to the next email form. Here it is. Number of displays over 12,000, submissions over 7,000, and here we have a conversion rate of 59%. And now let's take a look at the third example. Here's another email form. As you can see, displays over 6,000, submissions over 4,000 and close to 5, and the conversion rate here it's 77.5%. For the niche I'm in, these are pretty good conversion rates. Before, if I was to guess from my memory, this was around 28 to 30% here. This other list, probably around 30 to 35%. And then this last form here, it was only at 20 to 40% max. So ladies and gentlemen, something happened here. I'm doing something, and that's why I'm getting way better conversion rates. So how exactly do I get good to great conversions consistently now, like I've shown you in this video? Besides already having relevant content and good call to actions, of course. Well, here's the secret. I display live notifications on my websites to show others social proof. By that I mean, whenever someone fills up a form on my website or websites, I use an auto capture feature from a live notification system to display some of the submitted data on my web pages, where I have the web or email forms embedded on. Therefore, when someone enters their name and email in any form or forms on my websites, the person's name and country will appear in the live notifications. And this is extremely easy for you to do on your website or websites as well. The goal here is to show your website visitors what others have been doing on your website. For example, when someone purchases or downloads something on your site or from your site, you can display a live notification to show them proof. Let me now show you a quick example on how this works. We will see this happening in real time, and we will see how you can set live notifications to appear on your website that will not only capture the data on form submissions on your website, but also let you display and use any of the submitted data as variables in your live notifications. If you're overwhelmed, don't be. This is going to be very easy to do. If you're already collecting emails on your website, then it will take you no more than 2 to 4 minutes to set this up. If you're not collecting emails on your website and you wish to collect emails for free, you'll be able to access Bonus 5 later where you can create email forms for free for your website. Now, for this to work, once again, we will need two things: an existing web or email form on your website, such as this one right here, which you are seeing right now, which I will use for this video for testing purposes, by the way. And then you will also need a live notification software with auto capture technology or settings. I will show you the live notification software that many are using these days in a minute, but before that, let's go ahead and test this auto capture feature, just like you see in this video. So first, I'm going to enter my name here. Now, I'm going to enter my email. Now, I want you to see exactly what happens when I go ahead and click on Test Now, Submit. Okay, pay very close attention, because what's going to happen to the bottom left here is you are going to see a live notification appear with the name James in it and my country as well, which is the United States. And you're going to see that conversion information appear on this website here, or this web page, in the form of a live notification. Let's go ahead and click on Test Now, Submit. Okay, give it 2 seconds. And there you have it. James from United States tested this notification. So this is exactly what you want to show on your website. And as you can see, some other people have been testing this as well. So how do you set this up? All right, let's go back to the live notification software. All you have to do to capture data from an existing web form that you have out on your website is go under Data, make sure you check this here, Auto Capture Data, and here go ahead and enter the URL or URLs. So if you have a form or web forms throughout your entire site, you can even enter multiple URLs to capture data from. As long as you have web forms on that page, you can go ahead and enter the URL here, or you can create a different notification for that specific URL. So how did I make the name and country of the person appear in the live notification? Very simple. How I displayed someone's name and the country they are from in a live notification is, all I have to do here is go to the basic settings, and for the conversion title, all I have to enter is the variable name and the variable country and the in-between text. So this can be name downloaded our free ebook, or name from country downloaded our free ebook, or name from country just purchase whatever the product name is, or name from country just signed up to a free trial or for a free trial. So you can get really creative with this. Now, if I was to scroll up here and click on Data, you can see all the captured data. So what kind of variables can you capture and display in your live notification? Simple. Go to your website. After you have enabled auto capture settings, go ahead and fill up your form. And then come back here and click on the Data tab. Under Data, you will see all your conversions. And within those conversions, you will be able to see all the variables that are available for manipulation, okay? So if your web form, for example again, has a question asking what is your hobby, when that variable itself gets captured, you can go ahead and use that as a variable or a dynamic variable in your conversion title as well. So anything that the user submits, any data that the user submits through your web form that is actually captured here in your data settings, when you go click on this here to see all the conversions, you can see all the variables there and you can manipulate and use any one of those variables either in your conversion title here or in your conversion description. Okay, both these fields here or boxes, you can use dynamic variables. Now, for this to work, once again, we will need two things: an existing web or email form on your website, and you will also need a live notification software like this here with an auto capture technology or settings. As you can see here, if I was to click on data again, auto capture data is on. All you have to do once again is enter the URL you would like to capture data from. And this URL must have a form or a web form, an email form on the web page or web pages. And this is exactly how you can increase your sales and conversions on your website. It's by displaying recent activity, and it's very, very powerful. Alright, in this part of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how to display your sales or leads or any recent activity on your website or websites without using the auto capture feature, however. So in the earlier part of this video, I showed you exactly how to use the auto capture feature. I hope you watched that all the way through. So how exactly are we going to do this? How are we going to display recent activity such as recent downloads or recent sales, any kind of activity on your website? It's going to be very simple. Let's go back to my online dashboard real quick. Okay, so all this will auto capture data from the earlier part, and I have already showed you how to use the auto capture technology. If you don't want to use the auto capture feature, all you have to do is first create a latest conversion notification within your online dashboard. Next, you will want to come to the data tab, just like you see in the video. We actually changed this name from data to captured or imported data, just like you see in this video. Go ahead and click on import data. And once you click on it, this is exactly what you will see. All you have to do here is to create some variables that can be manipulated in your notifications. Let's say I'm selling a product on my site and I accept payments for that product through PayPal or Stripe, let's say. So what I want to do immediately is go through my receipts, my PayPal or my Stripe receipts, and get my customer information, and then I'm going to manually import that data here. And once again, I'm using the latest conversion notification just like you see in the video. And again, this is just one way of showing recent activity or sales. So under captured or imported data, click on import data, and here you can go through your receipts and enter your customer information here. For example, for the first field name here, I'm going to go ahead and put the variable name, okay? And the value will be the name of your customer or your lead or whatever it may be. As long as you got the data for that, you can easily import it in here. So for this example, let's say John bought my ebook. So what I'm going to do here is create a variable called name, and the value would be John. So now we have a name, which is John, and the next part, we're going to add another field. For example, we can do John's country. Let's do a country field here, or a country variable. Let's say John is from England, so we'll type that in here. And you can add as many variables here as you wish to manipulate in your live notifications later. So now we have name as John, country as England. To keep this video short and simple, I will just use the name and country variables as an example. So since John from England here purchased my ebook, I want to display his name on my website in the form of live notifications. Just make sure, please, when you are entering the field names, that all the field names you have here are in lowercase, or this will not work. So do not do this, name, and do not do this, okay? Make sure they are in lowercase. Let's go ahead and switch this back. Once you have entered your customer name and country, and you can add other variables as well, as I've said. So for this example, we are ready to go. Click on Submit. And now you will see the imported conversion data here. Name as John, country, England. And if I was to go back to this page here and refresh this page, you will see the notification appear to the bottom left. And now the first notification will be John from England. Or the first notification you will see appear or displayed will say John from England. Let's go ahead and test this. Back to the page. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page real quick. Refreshing. Here you go. John from England tested this notification. And then all the rest of the auto captured data will appear as well. And I've already showed you how to use the auto capture feature. So this way now, the importing of data is another way for you to display recent activity, such as recent sales or recent downloads. Anywhere that you have this data stored, you can go ahead and pull it up and simply import it into your online dashboard. So let's quickly do another quick example. Import data. This time, let's do the name as Sarah Johnson. Add another field, and the country, let's say Africa. Although it doesn't sound like it, but this is just a test. Submit. And here we have imported another set of data. Let's click on this here, and here we have Sarah Johnson from Africa using the name variable and the country variable. Again, in lower cases only. If I was to go back to the site right now and refresh the page, first we will see Sarah Johnson from Africa appear, and then we are going to see John from England, and followed by all the other auto captured data. Let's go test that out real quick. Back to the web page. Let's refresh this. Refreshed. And there you have it. Sarah Johnson from Africa tested this notification. And the next one will be John from England. And then, of course, it will go down the list. And that's exactly how easy it is for you to display your recent activity on your website or websites. You can use the auto capture feature, or you can import data. Recap. Use the latest conversion notification within your online dashboard. Come down here to your Captured Imported Data tab and import data manually. You can do name, you can do country, you can do city, whatever it is, whatever variable you want to manipulate, all you have to do is put them in here. This can even be the amount, for example, paid amount. When you create new variables, for example, this paid amount variable, and let's say I want to display this, don't forget to go back to your settings tab and add it into the conversion title or description, whichever you may prefer. We've already went through this in the first part. Let's say now name from country, just paid me. And then we do a variable for paid amount. Just like this. When this here converts onto a web page, for example, now it's going to say John from United States paid me whatever the amount was that I entered as a variable. And ladies and gentlemen, it is that easy to display recent activity on your website. And one last thing before I end the video, you don't have to use the latest conversion live notification to make this happen, although I strongly recommend that you do. You can also show recent activity on your website or websites using other live notifications, such as the informational bar. But when you use other notifications, such as the information bar, you will have to manually create each and every notification. While when using the latest conversion, you can simply just import data. So it's a faster method or process that you should consider. And one last thing before I end the video, I know I've already said this, there is in fact and indeed another way for you to display recent activity, and that way specifically involves the use of webhooks. And we won't go into webhooks in this video, but I will definitely make a video about webhooks or on webhooks. Thanks for watching again. Have a wonderful rest of the day.